XFL.
XFL.
Sam, man, you sent me the text message, and it was funny because I had seen it. I watched the highlights. I didn't see the game, but I seen the highlights, and I'm like, hold up, these dudes look like the NFL players out there a little bit. What do you think about the XFL this time around as opposed to before? When we were younger, we seen it. It was more like buffoonery kind of guys, kind of wrestling. I don't know. It was weird back then. It wasn't nothing like it was. It was more like arena football, I'll say, back then.
Right.
What do you think about the XFL now?
The XFL back then was some bullshit. It was geared around a lot of the narrative of wrestling.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, people weren't buying into it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hear the XFL coming back out, I was like, I was very, very apprehensive of it. But seeing it, dog, and looking at the highlights, and I'm not gonna lie, it just forced me when I was looking at all the positive responses from it. I'm like, yo, let me check this out.
Yeah.
And they was balling. They were balling.
Yeah, definitely.
And you got commentators sitting down with players after they get turnovers and shit and talking to them. It's just
so different.
It's a little different, but it's entertaining. And if you mix that kind of entertainment up with some good football, and I like some of the rules. The kickoff was dope to me, how they kind of line up there, and once they get the ball, it's almost like they
wait till they catch it first.
They wait till they catch it, and then they're sitting there like a down and distance, so they're almost at a line of scrimmage. As soon as they go, they can start hitting to kind of avoid collisions. They were smacking. It was great hits out there. It was refreshing to see hits without seeing a bunch of flags all the time, and it was some athletic ballers. I like it, man. I like it. If you're a hardcore football fan, it's even better than because even Arena League, as dope as Arena League is, it's too confined, it's too short.
Yeah.
I couldn't gravitate to it. The XFL, man, on ESPN, I could get into this. Now, what do you think about this? Oh, let me, because I've said this a couple times, but I haven't got your thought on it. I think that the NFL has their hand in the XFL as well. I'm thinking it's more like a D League for the NFL. I'm thinking they're getting some of that revenue, and that's just how Vince McMahon is being able to do this. I don't think it's competition. And that's just based off of NFL Live promoting it, certain networks sponsored by the NFL promoting it. Now we got ESPN involved. What do you think of that notion?
It could be. I mean, but I wouldn't. I mean, Vince McMahon, he eats competition.
Billy.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. That could be true. You know what I'm saying? But I would think it'll be competition. I think he would want to try to get some of that market share, especially you talk about the level of competition going up. Now, them probably going to start to more and more be able to pay their players more money. And as soon as the NFL's off, now it's like, you got an alternative. Now you can start messing with this one. Is they in some of the same cities as the NFL? It'd be good to find that out. But I would think that it will be a competition. And what I think is going to happen is maybe 10 years down the line, they may at some point maybe compete. But what the NFL is going to start doing, I think, is stealing some of their concepts, I bet. And maybe they should. I was going to ask you about that, like some of the things to make the game safer.
They already are.
Yeah, exactly.
They're already looking at it. Game one.
Right.
Week one. They were looking at concepts, and it'll be and them collecting bargaining agreements and those meetings and things like that in the next couple of years. You already know. And this is why I think they also own it, because they're testing those out here.
Right.
And then bringing them and implementing them into place there. But like you said, man, Vince McMahon is a competitor. I would say if you're going to compete with them, do them on Saturdays during the NFL season. But the NFL will cook your ass.
They can't do it during the season. They got to be after.
They have to be after. And what was happening is you see a lot of the later round picks, maybe some of the picks that didn't get drafted, quarterbacks that didn't pan out in the league. They're starting to slide down and move down there. Yeah. So the game is still fast. The game is still competitive, because you're looking at professional athletes still being able to get a chance to ball. Oh, God, what do you think about this? You see, I want to talk about a couple players.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown being the first one, right? When he was in the league, he was top 2-3 receiver in the NFL.
Yep.
He's a baller.
Yep.
Not in the league right now for his own reasons. Should he be considering the XFL?
Yes and no. I mean, I think that I don't know if they're going to probably not pay him nowhere near as much as the NFL will pay him right now. But if he loved the game that much, possibly. But before I kind of really give you an answer on it, I want to see the level. It looks like it could probably compete with the NFL, but let's see if players start coming from the XFL, going to the NFL and succeeding. That way we can see. Because if you're saying it's a D league, that means people that couldn't make it in the NFL, even though it was close and everything like that. I don't know if they're going to be able to, or if they're on the same level as players from NFL. Yeah, it looks like it, but I don't know.
I'm and what with you saying that,
right?
This is why I think it's also a great opportunity for Antonio Brown to go in there because he's going to cook every fucking corner he goes against,
right?
And it's only going to help benefit him. Now, maybe he won't get the upfront money like you will in the NFL, but
he's gonna kick down the doors.
He'll kick down doors. He'll get endorsements. He'll be doing things whatever city he plays in. He'll be getting money for that. It'll be a great financial streaming revenue. I think it would make sense for him to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Another one, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
He ain't playing no fucking football.
Football. You said football.
Right.
Why say that?
Because, I mean...
You saying he don't want to play for the NFL anymore either? Do you think all that was a hoax? I questioned it. I said it earlier.
He may one, but I don't think he will at this point. I think that's done.
That road is done.
Yeah, I think that road is closed. Now, it will be huge if players started going over there. Like, even if he went over there, it'd be huge. Huge. It'd be huge. He talk about Nike endorsements. Maybe players will start getting endorsements over there. Mm-hmm. It could really be something big, but I'm going to look into that if there's any affiliation with the NFL. We can have this conversation again because I don't think so. But if it is, I mean... It's like NFL's buying out the competition, like how WWF bought out WCW back in the day. It's the same type of thing. But we'll see. I can't wait to find that out.
Now, what do you think about alternate leagues like the Big Three and the XFL kind of being that extension off the NBA and the NFL? Do you like that? Hate it? Love it?
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. Especially like stuff like the Big Three. But the XFL, I'm not going to say that I'm going to jump on a team and be going crazy, rooting for them and all that.
I ain't going that far.
Yeah, I ain't going. I mean, I'm still my NFL dude, waiting for my Eagles to come up. But
fuck them,
if it's just fly Eagles fly. If it's an opportunity, to watch some football, I ain't gonna pass it up. I ain't gonna turn it off. You know what I mean?
So, nah, Saturday if it's boring and I'm on ESPN, I can get entertained with some good ball. I'm definitely watching it. I ain't about to have a name in the hat, but it was some good balls. I was watching the game against Houston. I don't know who that quarterback is for Houston, but that dude is a baller.
Right.
He was jumping off my screen. I was like, okay, I can get down with this.
Then it was like I said, the players that's ball is going to end up. NFL teams going to pick them up eventually.
Exactly.
So it's
good
a
opportunity.
Good thing. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast in the books, episode 311. If you enjoyed the podcast today, go ahead and smash that 5-star rating on your screen right now. Please do not forget. Also, you can subscribe to the podcast there to make sure you get all future episodes. Man, we drop a lot of podcasts, 4 episodes per week. So you definitely going to want to make sure that you stay updated on all the latest hip hop news. Great show today, Sandman. We back tomorrow, episode 312 of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. That's your brother Sandman over there. I'm your brother, Oh God. Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Over and out. Peace.